Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the first time AFC champion Houston Texans. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you. Charles, what a turnaround they've had down in Houston. 4-12 just 2 seasons ago, 11-5 with a wild card loss last year, and now here they are in Super Bowl 54.
We know the city of Houston pretty well, right? Because it's hosted Super Bowls. What have they hosted? 3 so far in their history? The Oilers prior to. Now, of course, the Texans. Neither one of them has ever played in the big game. So that city's got to be out of its mind. I mean, think about how excited they are to have the Texans representing in the Super Bowl. They've been good recently. Now they got over the top, have a chance to take home the Lombardi Trophy.
Meanwhile, the turnaround has been a sharp one for these Chicago Bears. 19-45. That was their record from 2014 through 17. Then the division title last year. Everybody remembers the double doink in the playoffs. But now the Bears are back looking for what would be just their second Super Bowl title.
Of course, you know they won plenty of titles prior to the Super Bowl coming into existence. They won 8 NFL titles. Who'll ever forget Papa Bear, George Halas leading that franchise. But they have made 2 appearances in the big game itself. They won Super Bowl 20, pounded the Patriots, one of the most dominant performances we've ever seen. And then they lost to Peyton Manning and the Colts in Super Bowl 41. Can this team do their own Super Bowl shuffle and grab the Lombardi Trophy and bring it back to Chicago?
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 11. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Trubisky to Mixon on the check down. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a 1st. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. His 1st catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Joe Mixon. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. With the 1st touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Throwing again on second down. Watson, he completes this into the hands of Miller. An excellent gain, 35 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. Miller with first down and more. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from the 20 as they are now on the board here in the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Check 26.
Trubisky will throw. Eluding the pressure right. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. On that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Trubisky to throw. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. They'll get 34 yards there. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. It gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive slip. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Watson with a give to Miller. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Let's go, D. Switch. Let's go.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. 2 minutes even on the clock in the 1st half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Watch the slam. Watch the slam. Slam. Hey, watch it. Good. Check 3. Who's your porter?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Good on. 180. You got nothing with that.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a give right side. It's Green. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 41.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Hey, orbit. Alert 3. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Under 10. Under 10.
Now it's Trubisky. Dumps it off to Mixon. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd.
He's coming. Double up.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And this will be a touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Bears take over.
Good work, Warriors. Go.
At their
Let's
own
go.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On first down, it's Green. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Marcus Green, 75 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. But now it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
They'll run with Miller. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Watson flush to his right. They'll try and run it. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on 1st down. Miller trying to run inside, but nothing there. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Push him back.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. 47-yard line.
555. Hey, tight down. There you go.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Whitney merciless. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. Into a double team. Now the ball comes loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Watson. And an alley to run. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Let's go. Check, check.
On 1st down, it's Miller. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Check 50, check 50. Alert, alert. Put it down. Ball trot. Hey, check Mike 39, check Mike 39. Watch the slats. Let's go.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 27 yards, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
52, Mike 52.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Let's go, defense.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Get up. Check 41. Watch the run.
Nixon will try the right side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 37-yard line.
Fork it up. 180. No chance. Rush in. Move.
On 2nd down now. It's Green, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo!
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Check tight. Hey, 18.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Watson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now Watson throwing again. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Trubisky. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping, maybe just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a 2nd down. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, this one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Watson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free, creating something good for your team.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Looking here, Trubisky wants to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
At the 22-yard line.
Reset. 19.
Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 34. Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Slip. Pull it. Now. It's a safety crease.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's fourth down.
Hey, check Mike 39.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl.
Mike 41. Mike 41. It's our time. It's our time.
They'll run on first down. It's Green, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the Texans' 22-yard line.
And the Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.